Hey everybody, it's Arthur from ByDesign. And this week I am really excited to take you through the ByDesign Calendar, which is one of our most beloved features because it makes it really easy for you to plan out your tasks and your habits in one place. But before we take a look at the weekly view, which is what you're looking at right now, I do want to go to the sidebar and go to our workspace. So if you have any questions about the ByDesign workspace, please refer to our video from last week. That'll really help answer any questions. But high level, the ByDesign workspace is an extremely powerful and flexible document. To get started, I'm going to focus your attention on the task up top. So this task is called microfeedback. It's just a generic task name. And if you look to the right here, you're going to see that we have a number of different columns for that task. Now, you have the ability to flexibly turn these columns on and off because you can really do whatever you want by design. But we're going to focus on these three columns today. The first one is a duration, which I set for 30 minutes, which this is helpful for a number of reasons. Most importantly, it lets you have an idea for how long that task is going to take. But also, if you plan out that task, on your calendar, it's automatically going to block off that time, which is really helpful. And then next, we have both a scheduled date and a deadline. So this is something that's really unique to ByDesign in that we believe it's really important to differentiate between when you're actually going to complete that task and when that task is actually due. So whether it's a deliverable, a task, a homework assignment, right? Sometimes things are actually, due to be delivered at a time that's different from when you may actually want to complete that task. So something that's really helpful. So now, keeping this task in mind, I'm going to show you how this task connects to your calendar. So I'm going to go back to our weekly view, and I'm going to point out microfeedback, which is the task we were just looking at. And you're going to see that this task is just a blank checkbox. Now, that's because that task is a scheduled date. If you look to the right here, you're going to see that we also have a box with a D, which represents a deadline. Now, in our filters, you can turn deadlines and tasks on and off. So if you just want to see when things are scheduled, but sometimes it's helpful to see both when it's due and when you want to complete it. Now, if I check off that task, it's going to be checked off both in the deadline and for the scheduled date, which is, really, really helpful. Additionally, some of you guys may be asking, why is there a checkbox here with this symbol? Well, this symbol represents a recurring task. And then right below it, you have a checkbox with a blue H, which represents a habit. So one of the things people love doing in ByDesign is not just planning out your tasks, but designing your ideal routine. So I'm going to come down to workout, and I'm going to check off this habit. Now, unlike other habit tracker apps where you got to go, you have your task list somewhere else and your calendar somewhere else, because ByDesign brings it all together, it makes it a lot easier. So now I'm actually going to click on the habit that I just completed. And on the top, I actually have an ability to track progress all directly within that modal. So super, super cool. You can also invite other people, as you may know from other tutorials, to build habits with you, which can be a lot of fun. And yeah, also if you go to the top here, you're going to see that you have a collapse and expand. It's just a neat way to, flexibly look at your calendar differently. But I do want to show you the workspace. So this replicates the workspace that we were just looking at that has all of your pages and projects. I'm going to open up my work folder. I'm going to open up one of my pages called ByDesign. And now I'm going to take a look at one of my pages, which is Arthur's workflow. So you don't just need to go into your workspace and manually schedule tasks and deadlines. You can actually drag and drop those tasks to your calendars directly from the sidebar. So something that a lot of you really love because it makes it a lot easier to actually plan out your week instead of just having to manually assign scheduled dates. So I'm going to go ahead and close the side workspace. And the last thing I want to show you is the monthly view. So although we do get a lot of usage out of the monthly view, it is my opinion that it's still highly underutilized, but it is a life changer. So I hope you give it a go. So at first, the monthly view may be very overwhelming because you have all of your events, your habits, your tasks in one place. But if you use the magic of filters, I'm going to come here and actually drag myself down a little bit, and I'm going to turn off habits. I'm going to turn off my calendar. I'm going to turn off my deadlines. And now I have a bird's eye view of all my different tasks into the future. So now you're not just trapped in that 7-day window. Now you can actually view your life farther into the future, which is super helpful. You still have access to the workspace if you want to drag and drop, but now you have the ability to really get control of your life and make sure you accomplish everything you want to accomplish, which is, really the goal. Okay, so that is it. If you have any questions, please feel free to email us, send us a message in the in-app chat, message us in Discord, or even just leave a comment in the YouTube video, and I will make sure to respond to each of your comments personally. Thank you so much. Have a great week, everybody.